Okay, so once again, welcome to this our 1 month short duration international online course on artificial intelligence for rural development and agriculture. As already you have shared your group in our WhatsApp group regarding the different sessions for 8 days. Every day we have two sessions. One day we have three sessions. And we have also circulated the list of resource person and their short profile to you. Resource person who will be the speaker from India, USA, Nigeria, as well as from uh, Turkey. And uh, there will be many things to be covered, different dimension of rural development as well as the agriculture. There will be hands-on sessions to mastering your AI tools and skills. You can get both the way, some tools which you can get demonstration. Mainly we have focused on ChatGPT, which is almost mother for all the other keys, and its application in the field of agriculture, in the field of health, in the field of financial, in the field of uh, education, in health sector, as we mentioned, different dimension, even in the research, rural business. So how you can apply, not only knowing the AI tools, but also apply, how you can apply for that. And we are happy to inform you that today we have Professor Rajiv Ranjan Prasad. Rajiv Ranjan Prasad, he was a very senior faculty in National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj, Government of India, and the Ministry of Rural Development. And he is also the Vice President for the Global Forum for Sustainable Rural Development, as well as he is the leading the GFSRD Academy. So all these courses we are getting his guidance and time to time. And we are also having with us Professor Manas Mohan Adhikari, the former Vice Chancellor, Kisi Vidhan Chandra Kisi Vishwavidyalaya, and also uh, the Vice and the member of Board of Directors. And uh, he's from the, so we are happy, we are glad to get both of them in the inaugural program because one is from the leading premier institute in the field of rural development. Another is also former vice chancellor uh, from the agriculture university. And this course is designed for artificial intelligence for rural development and agriculture. So I welcome all of you, and I'm also waiting for one of my colleagues from Indonesia. Uh, she is also part of this forum as a co-founder, and also uh, our institution uh, is co-partnered with the National Institute of Technology of Indonesia. So all of you will get the certificate from both this institution. Anyway, in the meantime, I will request all of you, all the participants, please mute yourself. Otherwise, unnecessary noises will come, and that can hinder the speakers also. So please mute yourself time to time. And all the presenter, when they will present their uh, lecture, uh, after that, definitely we'll share you the PPTs, uh, and also as it is mentioned that this meeting is being recorded and transcribed. So all the class material, I mean the presentation you will get, and the recording will try to share, but the transcription will be shared with you so that one kinds of class notes. And if you have any doubt in anything, that will be clear by them. And there will be, after completion of the course, there will be one short-term evaluation through MCQ on the Google quiz, and the participant who will uh, appear for that and score, they will get the certificate. The participant who will not appear the uh, exam, MCQ exam, they will not get, because this course, it is not that it should not be that somebody has given some money, fees, and they will get the certificate. You try. It is not that how much you will get, but at least you have to appear in there. So this is the understanding for coming uh, 4 weeks, 8 days. Every day will start in the same time. It will start on the 5:30, but the officially it will start from the 6 o'clock, and that it may continue 8:30. But one day it will be more than 8:30. It will be around 9:30. So question answer and other things will be there. So this is the understanding in that. And once again, as we mentioned, that a global forum for sustainable rural development is a platform for academician, policymaker, as well as that the practitioner. So numbers of courses, number of centers they are going to offer. Almost every center is going to offer 1 hour short duration courses. So this is who have joined here for the first time. We can say that if you keep watch, a lot of courses will come. And if you want to join us as a member for this forum, membership is absolutely free. You can join us anytime, and you can contribute in that, not monetary, but with your knowledge, experience, and other network support. We don't ask for any money for joining with us. But this course, it's not free. It's a well, to maintain the quality and the seriousness. We kept a very small amount for that. Anyway, and if you have any your organization and institution, you can also partner with us. Lot of organization, more than 100 organization and university already signed MOU with us, and we have reached more than 130 countries. So we are very proud for that. And if you have academically, you have any research article or paper, you can publish in our International Journal of Sustainable Rural Development, which is purely systematic generate and peer review, and it is published from USA. So you can that. If your students and other they would join us as an intern, they can join as a online intern, which is obviously paid. And if you have anybody would like to volunteers, youth volunteers, not more than 35 years old, if they can join with us, they can join with us. So we have different categories. People can join with us, support us, and they can take different things. So we once again welcome to all of you. And now I request Dr. Rajiv Ranjan Prasad to say a few words as a head of the GFSRD Academy. Then I will come to Professor Manoj Mohan Adhikari to give the keynote address. So over to Prasad.
Thank you, Dr. Jan Chaudhary. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. And in fact, this is the second opportunity after you introduced your first course on rural project management. And I'm very happy that you have introduced another course on a very important subject, AI, artificial intelligence in rural development and agriculture. In fact, this is very important course and topical and in very right opportune time that you have introduced this course, because AI can help improve the lives of people in rural areas by addressing challenges in education, healthcare, and the environment. AI can also help create jobs and stimulate economic growth in rural communities. As regards its role in education, it can help in creating AI-powered learning platforms like providing high-quality educational resources such as customized learning modules and interactive content. Secondly, it can give AI-powered software which helps teachers plan lessons, create content, and grade assignment. Additionally, it can also give data analytics which would help the teachers track student progress and identify learning gaps. As in the healthcare, the AI can help in giving AI-driven diagnosis and as well as telemedicine. Very important role AI has to play in the environment, like real-time environmental data monitoring and AI-powered tools. And the most important role of the AI is in the field of economic development where AI-based training programs can help people in rural areas develop the skills needed for new jobs, and AI-powered tools can help the small and medium-sized enterprises streamline operations. And one of the most important advantages of applying AI in rural development is to quicken the process of financial inclusion. So I hope that with all these scopes which the AI provide in the sector of rural development and agriculture, the course coordinator would take care to include all these issues in the time available to the course managers. And I hope all the participants would benefit immensely from this course. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Take care. Jayanta.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Actually, number of issues are there, how we can best use to the AI. Even for us also, we are not only coordinating. For us also, it's opportunity to learn, because number
Yeah,
of
yeah.
speakers will come from various, and every day, even I am also happy that I will learn a lot of things. So it is one way for participatory approach to learn and conduct the training program. Now I will come to who was a former chancellor and our board director, and then recently he has signed a MOU with Ilorin University in Africa, who are very promising for that, and so he is also fascinated with uh, artificial intelligence and technology development. So, sir, what do you request to give key letters for this program? Another.
Hello,
Yes,
is
sir.
it audible? Hello, it's
Yes, sir.
audible, sir.
Please,
Audible.
carry on. But your network is a little poor.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Janto, for giving me the opportunity to say something about artificial intelligence in rural development and agriculture. These two things, that means rural development and agriculture, both are interrelated with each other. Because if we develop agriculture, then automatically rural development will be made. So naturally, the topic is very nice over here. I think there are more or less 100 plus number of participants are participating in this international conference and international online course. So I want to say is that what is artificial intelligence? That all of you know, because everywhere now we are using this terminology, artificial intelligence, but how it can work in a fantastic way. Which generally we say artificial intelligence, the ability of a digital computer or computer controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings. Because we know, but before I start my point one by one, we should know how it comes. Because the timeline, we should know the timelines of artificial intelligence, how it comes. So it can be divided into 8 phases, because 8 phases is the groundwork for artificial intelligence. The second is birth of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence was established in the year 1950 to 56. Then artificial intelligence maturation, that is 1957 to 1979. Then artificial intelligence boom, that is 1980 to 1987. Artificial intelligence winter, that is 1987 to 1993. Artificial intelligence agent, as an agent, that is 1993 to 2011. Artificial general intelligence, that is 2012 to 2021. And artificial intelligence 2021 till now, which is going on, that is the 8th phase. So in our country, how artificial intelligence act accordingly, That we should know, because agriculture is the most vulnerable. Because automation in agriculture is emerging subject nowadays. Everywhere we want to make our automation in agriculture, because if we can make our automation in agriculture, then so many things can be solved by our way. That agriculture involves a number of processes and stages. The clients are which are manual. What happened in our agriculture practices? Everything we are making with manual help. By the completing the accepted technology, AI can facilitate the most complex and routine task. It can gather the process big data on a digital platform, come up with the best courses of action, and even initiate the action when it is combined with other technology. So we have to make in such a way that how artificial intelligence can be beneficial for the farmers. Because we are, if our farmers are benefited, if our farmers are get more remuneration, then they have money, then they can spend the money over the years, so that then the development of program can be start over that. So with that we have to make some of the common thing. That is, first is analyzing market demands, because what are the market demands that we have to know first. That is analyzing the market demands, managing risks, because farmers know very well which one is risk factor, which one is not risk factor. That is also another important thing. Then breeding seeds, because nowadays seed breeding is very important component. So if we can make this breeding seeds, that is also an important thing. Then monitoring the soil health. We don't know the soil condition. What is that? But by the way of using artificial intelligence, we can make that monitoring the soil health. Then protecting the crops, because by way of several technologies in AI, we can protect the crops from the one by one. Then feeding the crops, and then harvesting also, and weeding also. Weeding method also. Then plant protection chemicals also we can use by the way of artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence solve farming challenges. Now, what are the challenges? Is that the challenges are AI enables better decision making. Whenever you are using machine, because actually artificial intelligence, machine learning means Internet of Things also. These are the common thing. How it can be work? It can work with the help of better decision making. Artificial intelligence bring cost saving also, because suppose we want to weeding in the farmer field. That means suppose in the jute field, huge number of labor is required. If we use artificial intelligence, then you can make some weeding program for the artificial intelligence. That means whenever we have labor shortage, with the help of that labor shortage, artificial intelligence can make the lengthy technology adoption process. Whenever we know the adoption process, there are several stages of adoption. So it is also lengthy process. Lack of experience with emerging technologies, and followed by the privacy and security issues. Because why artificial intelligence not? Again, I tell you why artificial intelligence. Why not at par with the farmers? Because there are some problems also. Because whenever one new things want to establish in the farmers field, or in the farmers, or a society, then they have faced several things. Because constant also is there, though it is a very important thing. But again, some constant means we don't know the ABC of that machine. So we have to know that program. We have to know because then the technology adoption process, lack of experience with the emerging technologies, privacy and security issues. Because everything, whenever we are using computer, that there should be privacy and the technology is issued. Then there will be some sectors which are again constant for that. So again, automation and robotic minimize the manual risks. And with the intelligence combined with automation, automated tractor and Internet of Things can solve the most common problems in farming, a shortage of labor. Because if we have shortage of labor, we can using that motor learning, motor IoT system. These technologies are also potentially cost effective, because they are more accurate and thus reduce error also. Because whenever we are making some of the things, it reduces the labor, the advantage of a robot over the farm worker, and considerable and they can all work longer, more precise, and less prone to error, because the error is very less in that issue. And again, I want to say that reality, what the reality for the sustainable farming and other things that we have to know. But agriculture is one of the most fertile industries that are there for AI, and because this is a fertile industry. Because if agriculture developed, any country agriculture is developed, then everyone can use this. Because imagine have a 40 essential process to keep track of the monitor the same issues, getting insight into how weather, essential seasonal sunlight, migratory patterns, how financially successfully crop cycle have been ever seen. And also we have to think that doubling the income, that's why farmers cooperative and agriculture development companies are doubling down the data centric approaches for expanding that technology to the farmers. Then AI also in potential to improve agriculture, because AI and machine learning based surveillance system, AI and machine learning improve crop yield production. Yield mapping is an agriculture techniques. Today there is a shortage of agriculture workers, making AI and machine learning based smart tractor, agrobit, and robotic a feasible option for many workers. Track and trace supply chain management also, because supply chain management is another issue which can be used for the other countries. Then the price forecasting also by the use of artificial intelligence. Then finding irrigation leak, where the pipe is leak, that will be able to understand. Then monitoring livestock health and including that is also we can make. Then practical application of AI is the form automated pest and plant disease detection to serve intelligence spraying like this way. Then there is no doubt the crop yield, quantity, and labor practices are more efficient now than they were make within 50 years ago. So then the global human population is expecting with the estimate of 9.9 billion for us. So like this way, practical application is that crop and soil monitoring. That is first is crop and soil monitoring, followed by observing crop maturity, then insect and plant disease detection, then diagnostic disease and pest survey, livestock health monitoring, intelligent spraying, then automatic weeding, aerial survey and imaging, and produce grading and sorting. There are several things you can make with the help of that artificial intelligence like this way. So these are some of the things I would want to make it before you. So I think within the month, that means eight number of lectures, you will be able to know from the different scientists, those who are work in this field. So they will be able to teach you in a very fantastic way, another way. So I congratulate Dr. Janto and his associate for giving me this opportunity to say something before you. With this, thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And really, it is important that how because modern day without artificial intelligence, we can't think anything right now. Even we are facing a lot of challenges now. Our students are more smarter. They are making everything, all the assignment. Whenever we are giving any assignment, they are making all the assignment through use of AI. But the proper use of AI is important. And thank you for joining. Thank once again to Professor Manoj Odhikari as well as Professor Rajiv uh, Ranjan Prasad. Uh, both are the key pillar for GFSRD. They are the board of director as well as our guardian for that. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. In the meantime, I will got our today's speaker, resource person, Professor Gulshan. Professor Gulshan, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I have already shared the profile of our Professor Dr. Gulshan is joining from Turkey and already in this field of AI, she used to work a lot. And we are happy that how that AI can support to the rural development different dimension. So the first session, she is going to take on that how AI will help in different aspects as an introduction and different experience how the AI is supporting and throughout the world. So as your profile is already there, I mean, last couple of days we are telling, so I am not going to waste the time for that. And but in a nutshell, she's very dynamic, and she's from the School of Distance Education, and obviously uh, we are happy that she is also country director for us, GA Turkey, and also she is visiting fellow in universities in various other countries, particularly Indonesia, India, and other. So welcome once again, Professor Dr. Gulshan, for joining us. And we have here the participant from various background, both universities, colleges, as well as that from the implementing project in different types of projects, even organization, different organization in different capacities, starting from the principal scientist in Rice Research Institute to the students who are doing. So diversification, but for them, the AI is very important. So they came from various background, from the researcher, from the health, from the education, from that. And I hope you will enjoy this session. And over to you. So I'm sure that you will to run the your presentation. Otherwise, I will be there.
Yes, I have a presentation and also I sent one to you. And this is my kitty cat. Honey, I have a presentation right now, please. He wants to play. I
Okay.
have 8 cats at my home.
Oh my God.
Yes,
And my mother-in-law having 13.
How many cat?
8.
8.
2 of them are blind twins. This is the queen
And
one. He wants
a
to
queen
play
one.
with me. I am trying to
Good.
find my presentation.
Please.
Not here. Why I cannot see my presentation?
Open it.
First of all, I would like to thank you. It is a big opportunity for me to, to sharing my ideas and getting much more information from you, because developing the rural areas has becoming more important than before. Without food, there will be nothing. So this is very important. In the 70s, the minister of the Foreign International in the United States, Kissinger, maybe you know that, he said, if we control the country's food support, we can control them. Now, today is now. So it is very important. I will start my presentation as soon as possible. If I can find my presentation, I'm trying to, yes, why I cannot see it. I see my, I'm so sorry to make you wait. I am very, I am so sorry.
First, you from the your system, you open your PPT,
I'm trying
and then
to, if you would like to, you can
okay.
open. I send it to you. One more thing, what I am thinking. Hold on. And Turkey is actually, it was a food country before, and we produce our own food. We produce our own, the other stuff. But now we are, how can I say, buying everything from outside. So it makes kind of worry about it to us, because
I have
getting
just, I
any,
have just, I have just shared your PPT.
yeah, sure. The first one, yes. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are great. Now you can see my presentation. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. I would like to talk about, as you know, today some artificial intelligence tools and their roles, and how can we use them in rural development sufficiently and seamlessly, and powerfully. It is very important after, especially COVID-19, the development in artificial intelligence is drastic. So we have to take care of that, and we have to understand how can we take advantage of it. So I am Gülsün Kurubacak Çakır from Anadolu University, especially now I am on leave and working at Ankara Hacı Bayram Veli University as a sabbatical at the Communication College, journalism department, and also I am the adjunct professor at the Negeri Malang. East Java, and East Java is my love, and one day I would like to move the Indonesia, East Java, with my husband and my 8 kids. Hopefully, I am crossing my fingers. I successfully do that. Okay, here is my agenda today. I would like to talk about understanding about what is AI, what is its role in rural development. Then I would like to talk about a little bit fundamental components and case studies. There are tons of case studies in this area. Just I would like to highlight some of them, very successful them, and how can we benefit of them. How can there are several pros and cons and challenges. How can we cope with all of this? And I would like to talk about those kind of tools and what will our future dimensions, future our direction. So we have to understand that. So if we are talking about artificial intelligence and its role, especially in rural development, we have to focus on, especially, first of all, what is this definition and scope? What is our scope? What will be the objectives? And we have to clearly define our vision and mission locally. What's that mean, global and local? Because as a rural areas, as a local areas, we must understand what we need, what we would like to do, what we have, but we have to think about everything in the global level. So it is very important. So when we are trying to make a definition and we try to make our limitations, our power, it means our scope, we have to understand how we involve identifying, analyzing, and anticipating those technological trends. I mean, in artificial intelligence, how they influence learning capacities. You would like to ask maybe why learning capacities? Because those areas, lifelong learning, seamless learning, life-based learning area. Without learning, we cannot do anything successfully. So we have to understand our learning capacities as an institution, as a person, as the rural areas. So we have to understand our operational strategies and how we can develop holistically our critical thinking skills. So when we are trying to understand and drive our objectives based on the IA and in rural development, we have to understand anticipation of future trends, because AI is, I told you, developing, changing dramatically, and it's changed everything before we never ever dream it. So we have to understand. In this case, informed decision making, the reflective decision making process are becoming very powerful and important. So we have to encourage our politicians, our decision makers, our rural area people about innovation. Nowadays, the big obstacle in IE, if we would like to use not only in rural areas, but also the other areas, is the people thinks about it is not important or it couldn't be. It means they make challenges to innovation. So we have to let them understand what is innovation, why it is important, especially in rural development, and how we make this innovation with AI and its tools in a short time perfectly. So this means we have to foster collaboration in rural areas, in country base, and in a global base. So making vision and mission is very important. Without vision and mission, it means it looks like a leaf or a paper in the wind, or a ship without, any directions. It's because it has no sail. So we have vision and mission, we have dreams, but also we have to decide actions. With vision and mission, no action, it means we are living in a dream world. It doesn't work. So vision and mission must be designed based on our needs, our benefits, our future directions, with all stakeholders, not just politicians, not just one or two people. It must be a dynamic process seamlessly. So it make us decide how can we draw technological advancements and shifting global dynamics in this world perfectly. Yes, I am so sorry. If you look at the fundamental components, they are very important. Environmental scanning is very important. We have to know about our environment by identifying key trends and also social and political factors in our small areas, middle areas, and all over the countries and all over the world. Without understanding that kind of issues, that kind of components, we cannot understand really what is our environment. Environment, not just a physical one, cultural, psychological, educational, economical, you name it. In rural areas, we have to define each of them perfectly with our all stakeholders. So this is why engagement is important, because we have to establish collaborative networks, and we provide several workshops to understand each other, because in today's world we trust in the technology most, but technology, even the AI and AI tools, are just tools. They are not our aim. They help us to improve our life standard, especially in rural areas. So we have several scenarios. These scenarios must be developed by all over the country, all over the rural areas. So creating those kind of scenarios, we must have strategies, and those strategies must designed by collective minds. We have to do, the workshops, we have to do the life studies, we have to do kind of impact analysis. There are several tons of methods. So kind of the strategic process, AI process, must be designed for long-term planning, and it must be continuous seamlessly. If we would like to sustainable rural areas, we have to monitor and adapt those kind of technologies and strategies. And the other issue is policy development and budget allocation, because without budget, without money, we cannot do that. So we have to understand how can we manage our resource and how can we manage those resources perfectly and adequately. So if you look at the world, there are several case studies, powerful. They try to improve quality lifestyle in those communities. They address specific challenges like, the productivity, healthcare, education, disaster resilience, water, financial issues, you name it. So if you look at the successful cases, they show us collaboration, especially among government, private sector, and local communities. So we have to collaborate. We have to talk to each other. We try to understand. If we don't do that, the others, especially developed countries, going to tell us what we are going to do. So we are like Turkey, like India, like Indonesia. We are very fastly developing countries, so we can make our decisions perfectly. So we have to trust ourselves and stand up and make it happen. So we have to find the solutions, and we have to understand unique content of our regions, and decide how can we manage those kind of improvements for each region perfectly. So look at, like India, there are several cases. There is a company, its name's Agristar. They are trying to develop platforms for farmers, and so they try to understand weather forecast, and they are using the satellite imagery, so images. What it does mean, the farmer says they improve their productivity and reduced in pesticide use. The pesticide use is the most one of the most important problems right now. So they try to use AI tools for making the data-driven decisions. So they try to understand and make it lower cost and higher profits for them. It is very important. And look at the Kenya telemedicine, AI-driven telemedicine solution. In Turkey also we have that kind of health issues. They are trying to diagnose and find the recommendation remotely. So it is very important. So it helps the obstacles, especially healthcare issues, reduce. So we reduce the patients, the travel time. We try to make them more productive by supporting their healthcare issues and make them feel comfortable and trust the government. So it is very important. And look at Nigeria. Nigeria is they are monitoring their lifestyle and health issues and optimizing feeding by using that kind of issues. This is data-driven insights. The Cove Tribe, this is the company. They try to understand their animal, and they are helping the farmers how they manage their herds more effectively by using their mobile phones. And see again, the farmers do not feel alone when they are doing that kind of stuff. And look at the Philippines. Disaster management stuff they have. Philippines are very famous about the hurricanes. So there can be several natural disasters, but also they are using AI and predict that kind of natural disaster. So they take their lessons before it happened. So improve their efforts in these areas, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council helped them by using AI. So using analyze against satellite images and social media data. So they predict disaster impacts before in advance. So it is very important. Again, they do not feel they are not alone. And Ethiopia, well, another country is using AI for water resource management. You know, in Africa, water resource usage is very important issue. So machine learning models analyzing rainfall patterns and soil moistures. So help the farmers optimize their irrigation practice and water distribution is very important. So they get more productive how they use their water successfully. Okay. In this case, again, Bangladesh and other smart waste management countries in rural areas, they are using that kind of AI tools to clear their environment, make it sustainable and their ecosystem powerfully. Again, they are very successful on that. If you look at that kind of AI tools and their roles in rural development, those kind of AI tools and their algorithms help us to analyze data, tons of data, big data from sensors, satellites, and also drones to support our powerful decision making for our farming practices, several farming practices like I told you before, crop monitoring, yield protection, soil and health analysis, pest and disease detection, water supplies like that. Especially IBMs helping farmers in that kind of issues, providing several different AI tools. If you look at the mobile health applications, it is very important because mobile health issues in rural areas is very important. Farmers have no time or not equal access to health issues like the people living in the cities. So that kind of application help them watch their health and also their animals and their other stuff health. Education, I gonna talk the other time about education platform by one by. But it is very important, especially I told you before, lifelong learning, seamless learning, and life-based learning are now very important. So we have to design our learning environment, not just for children, but for all our citizens by using that kind of understand and platforms. Again, there are several tools for that. And another thing is in our financial inclusion. Our farmers facilitate that kind of access. They can understand how they can manage their financial budget, how can they use their microloans, like that kind of checkbox. They are helping them. Companies like Tala use AI to access that kind of stuff, and I help the farmers use their smartphone easily for that kind of issues. Another very important is water resource management tools. It is very important, especially nowadays, the global warming is the big issue. So we have to successfully and logically use our water resources. So that kind of AI applications help us monitor and manage our water resources efficiently. So it is very important for our agriculture and household needs in rural regions. Especially smart sensors helps us monitoring our water supplies. Like, the aqua crop model again, another organization, Food and Agriculture Organization, help us to use AI to analyze our water and crop, that kind of information. Yeah, disaster prediction. This is another important things like earthquakes, like hurricanes, like flood. There are several things. So forecast is very important. So in this case, we have to take care about our rural areas by using that kind of AI tools to analyze the weather by using machine learning and deep learning, by analyzing environmental data in a short time and make the farmers understand and get a kind of, protection before in advance. Yeah, supply chain optimizations are very important. Rural areas, farmers and other people are supply chain providers. So we have to efficiently use that kind of Steve. We are using kind of, again, machine learning and deep learning algorithms. So it helps us, how can we manage our supply, and how can we provide the supplies to other people in our country and in the world. Okay, there must be community engagement platforms. Farmers must communicate with each other. Why? Because the communication is becoming very important, but the time and space is are very important. So AI tools make it happen. They empower rural communities to facilitate communication and collaboration on their development issues by providing them several platforms, AI platforms. So it helps us without moving in their lands to make it happen, talk with them and save the data, to manage all those data with people, with farmers from several different locations. So this is very important. Especially in this case, social media is becoming more important before for farmers. If you look at in a short, there are several agriculture tools like, the platforms like Planis, AgriWeb, CropX, FromLogs. So depends on your budget, depends on your time, depends on your aim, depends on your future direction. You can choose one or more than two and use, take advantage of them. How can you manage your rural areas decision-making process? So again, if we use AI in rural development, there are several benefits. It's improved definitely our decision-making process. It definitely increases innovation capacity. It definitely enhance risk intelligence. Our farmers must develop their risk intelligence when they, not before, but when it has happened, the risk happened, they must find the solution. And strategic alignment, it helps that kind of AI environments. And to me, collaboration and shared knowledge via AI tools is the most important one among farmers. Without collaboration and sharing, we couldn't do anything perfectly. Then there are several challenges, challenging issues, pros and cons. What are they? Like resources, our resources are very limited, so we have to be careful about that. Again, I told you before, there is a resistance to change. People don't want to change. They would like to use old-fashioned things because they feel comfortable. So we have to encourage them by like this course, providing them issues, make them understand, make them realize this is changing digital world. There's a digital revolution, so they have to take advantage of, and they have to drop their cognitive biases about that, about the rapid technologies change. They have to understand this is how can we do that? We have to provide them enough information, knowledge, and experiences. So we have to design our different frameworks based on our rural areas needs and expectations. So we have to develop our data analytics skills. We have to adapt continuous learning, seamless learning, and we have to enhance our stakeholder collaboration. Ethical issues is very important. Ethical issues are very important. We must make communication with our governments, because we have to sometimes get some new law. So it is very important. And immersive models. So we have to switch our immersive models, digital one and real ones, must be combined with together. So we have to understand that. So I and its role in rural development, short, very important. Why? It is critical for learning organization. We are becoming a learning organization. Learning is now out of schools everywhere. So we have to understand, we have to navigate and complexity of evolving cybersecurity agenda. Cybersecurity is very important right now. So we have to enhance our lifelong learners, preparedness and adaptability level, to adapt that kind of emerging technologies and tools to use their daily life, personal life, professional life. So we have to employ fundamental components. What are those? Such as environmental scanning, stakeholder engagement, scenario development, strategic interaction, what I told. Those are dynamic process. They cannot do that kind of decision makes on the table. You have to go to the area. You have to talk with the farmers, different people, different age, different demographic, and you have to make it happen for everyone. And it must be a kind of seamless process, continuous process, ever-ending process. It is very important. So we have to decide what is next. We have to understand our question and their answers. If you have one or more, I am ready to answer. And again, thank you for providing me this opportunity, and it is my honor to be with you again. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Huh.
Hello. Hi,
Hello.
Dr. Wilson. Uh, yeah, this is Amol from India. Thank you very much. Actually, you briefed all detail, and especially the case you shared from agriculture, water, then you also included the supply chain and governance aspect. Actually, my just a simple question is, because of all the AI platforms, generally we are also working in agriculture, and most of the times we use some platform like a Cropin to to give the solutions for among the farmers for their crop, the flood diagnosis, and so based on that the solutions we are providing and the AI providing to them. But can the platforms, most of the platforms we are using that the AI tools are private. So, do you have any example where the government initiated all these things and your government are also include all these tools in their planning process and execution process?
You
The
mean
government from any country? Yeah.
in Turkey?
In Turkey, huh? If you do you have any example, so you can share with Turkey.
Yeah.
Actually, I also spent some times in Turkey, in Istanbul,
Yes,
with
yes.
the Peter Cotton program in 2014 and 15 the time.
That's great.
Yes,
Hopefully
yes,
we have you again in person in Turkey. I am in Ankara, in the capital city. Yes, Turkey
yeah, yeah,
depends
yeah.
on the where you live. If you live in the west of Turkey or north of Turkey, you can find more technological developments areas in rural areas. Depends on people and depends on their budget. It is very important. But my government, Turkish government, try to provide free AI tools to our farmers, but it is not easy. There is a kind of how can I say, several issues, like they don't want to change, they don't want to do anything new, but some of them would like to. We try to make it in balance, you know. We try to give them, we find grants and write projects and conduct projects. We work with them, with farmers, and listen them what they need, what are their budgets, and we try to find our way. And if when we adapt AI tools in our rural areas, definitely uh, productivity is getting better. But it takes time. It is not easy because uh, investment in technology, new technology, is not easy for people, even the country people. So it takes time. I heard about from my friend of mine in India. He said there are 200 smart cities in India. I just shocked. In Turkey, we have very few. So we still have a time, especially for in rural areas. Yeah, it takes time, but
Yes.
we have to take advantage because analyzing, you know, the implementing the data in our production, it makes us more powerful and, how can I say, happy. I think we will see. We have to stop them to do that.
Yeah, yeah, in India also we are facing the same issue because the we are most of the farmers are small holders, marginal and small farmers,
Mhm.
and sometimes they can't afford this type of technology, and maybe they not sometimes they are not user friendly to use this. So maybe the government initiated and how they are planning and include all this AI technology in their their budget and their the planning process. So we are also thinking on the same line. Thank you very much.
And also, in a government base, in a city base, and in a rural areas based, we have different several strategic plans for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, not a short-term plans, very long-term plans. It must be driven right now. Without strategic plan, we cannot do that anything. Mhm.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Frank. I'm speaking from Ghana.
Oh, Ghana.
Yes, yes. I'm very glad to be part of this training because myself, though I don't have any knowledge, I've been using it in my podcast to educate farmers through the social media stuff. I'm very glad. But one thing that you said about change in my own organization, sometimes people feel like, wow, what are you bringing on board? People don't have an idea because I remember I shared this course with my mates who are masters, and only two of us joined. So it tells you that change is a must. But I think IS is the way to go because it helps us a lot. I've been using it a lot, though I'm a specialist, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I know I'll
Mhm.
share the knowledge with my colleagues, and they'll begin to appreciate it very well. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. And especially in Turkey, there are several grant issues from the companies, from the European unions, from the universities, from the local agencies. So maybe we have to collaborate with each other because without grant, without budget, we cannot do anything perfectly. So we have to empower our power by using those grants for our rural areas and people, because if they would like to change, we have to help them. Uh-huh. And lifelong learning is very important in this case. In this case, always.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Prof.
Thank you. Excuse me. See, she is listening right now.
Yeah, a good catch. Good catch.
It is a
Hi, madam. I am from Sri Lanka.
hi.
Yeah, my name is Bosco. So I would like to know after this, because I am working in an NGO in Sri Lanka, so we are in an advocacy project. So yeah. So after this project, not after this, during the project, will you give us to use some kind of tools in our projects, practical tools, any tools?
Um, it depends on which country you live in, because some projects, especially international projects, sometimes there are country limitations, but I don't think so. European Union's OECD or kind of NATO provide grants for all countries, especially developing and underdevelopment countries. So we have to look at that. And there are several tools. It is up to you. Tons of tools. Nowadays, it is a kind of heaven for AI tools. How can we choose the tools for ourselves or our productivity? We have to make a logical decision. So we have to talk about the company. We have to maybe use some free ones for a while, because sometimes the companies give several issues. We do that. When you try to use it, it doesn't work. So it takes time. What I would like to do, the companies must work with the rural area people to develop that kind of AI tools. It makes more sufficient and perfect. So it takes time. Just look at like what kind. If you would like the weather tools, I named it some. Use those ones. If you would like to pesticides or your livestock or small animals, yes, do that. It's up to you. It must be easy to use, easy to access, and a kind of maybe it couldn't be free, but if they provide you what kind of issues they provide. Sometimes you buy the tool and they say if you would like to use this this section, you have to pay more. This is why you have to sit on the table with that kind of companies and make with them a negotiation. And also most of companies have social projects, so you can take advantage of it. They have to do that. The companies provide Healy region.
Madam, here. Yeah.
Healy region.
Sorry. Yeah.
What kind of farming? What kind of farming are you doing? Crop or livestock?
No. Here we
What
are
are you
no.
doing?
Not we are. Yes, we are not involved with agriculture. Here we are working with the
Agriculture.
disabled children. So and the project is involved with inclusive education. So that is
If it is hilly area,
the project.
huh.
It means this is a 7 years project we are implementing with the partnership
I see.
of the government.
Government. Sometimes
So-
your voice
Sorry, I
is,
can't hear you.
I cannot hear perfectly. Could you please come again?
Yeah, this is an NGO. So
Mhm.
we are working in a rural area with the fund from German donor.
Oh,
So we are working for the rural development, disabled children, special need children in a rural
oh,
area.
great.
So the main
This
target of the project is, yeah, so the
Mhm.
main, the project objective is policy making.
Great.
So what type of artificial intelligence tools that I can use in these projects? That is my question.
Ah, disadvantages children and hilly area and with Germany. I actually couldn't really perfectly understand your goal, but if you would like to teach or get, the skill developments for that kind of disadvantaged group students, I don't know. There are several learning AI
No,
tools.
let me come to this picture. I mean, this is introductory session related to tools on different things. So we have to go through other sessions also.
Mhm.
Then it will be easier to even when it will come to the conclusion kinds of thing, then we can identify actually what the tool we can use. Tool we have not discussed right now, right?
Mhm.
So and also how to prepare the tool also, and most of the tools are also paid version, right? So what kinds of I can share right now 101 tools for different.
So,
So just wait for that. Just wait for that. Because if you are thinking for the education purpose, you can make nice videos, right?
mhm.
So that videos, AI generated videos. If you want to make the document, the policy document, there are a lot of tools are there to get. So please hold on. Hold.
And also you must use the
Okay, okay.
distance learning strategies. I am a distance learning person, so it works, especially for rural areas. And also I have a session in February. I think I am going to talk about education. Especially, I make a special section for the disadvantaged people. Thank you for asking to me. Okay. Oops.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Thank you. Again, it is my honor to be with you. It is very important project. Hope I can have you all in Turkey in person in a soon. See you soon. Thank you.
So any other questions for that?
Yes, good evening, Jayanta sir and Dr. Gulshan ma'am.
Yeah.
Rosie here.
Yeah.
So I work with the National Rural Livelihood Mission. So basically, this mission is for the rural women, and we have done a livelihood tracking of those 40 lakh self-help group members, and we have found that most of the almost 57% of them they are engaged in agriculture, and another 23% they are engaged in livestock. And very interestingly, their time and energy get unnoticed, especially when we talk about agriculture. And when we talk about farmer, it is usually male farmers. The women farmers are, get unnoticed, even if they spend a lot of their time and energy. So thank you very much for this session. But at the same time, it is a submission from my part to include at least one or two sessions by which we would be able to enlighten with the tools of AI that will reduce or that might reduce the drudgery of those rural women engaged in agriculture and allied sector. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. And if you can go through the program schedule, that's why we have given it in advance, the program schedule, then you can find out number of tools are there. Even specifically, we have kept 4 sessions for agriculture. One will be from the IT background. They generally prepare these tools, right? And another will be from the professors or the faculties, or another scholar, basically the scientist, the agriculture scientist who apply that agriculture tools.
Mhm.
So that's why, if you go through that, then you can see that separately 3 sessions are there. One session is related to the IT professionals who prepare these tools, AI tools. Numbers of tools are available now. If you search in the even in using AI like ChatGPT, or you can search in the Copilot, you can search in the Gemini and other many more. You can see a series of AI tools are available for agriculture. People are using, as Professor Gulson mentioned, various countries are using, like Bangladesh, she has mentioned, and other. So those tools are there, but two things are there. One is that for you may not be the preparation part, right? You can't develop a tool, or we can't develop a tool. It's a IT professional; they can develop the tool. Second thing, as per the requirement, sometimes they also make like different bot, like even your small thing also, the rural bot. We are preparing one rural bot with the help of this, so that different answer related to rural development can be. We are trying to, as soon as possible, prepare a rural bot for our own organization. Similarly, for the livelihood, rural livelihood, I think just wait for a few days or few months, maybe, then Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India will come out with sometime something related to your AI generation. So that's why these two things, trainings are more important. The first introductory, how the AI are helping to other. But for the learning regarding the tool specifically, so sessions are available. It is coming. So just hold on. And even Professor Gulshan also discussed in the last session that how AI is helping for the women empowerment to the
Yeah.
world actors. But she is not going to make any tool specifically. Yes, tools are available. Even learning for the tools are also sometimes paid, sometimes unpaid. Earlier, even we had no idea about the what is ChatGPT, what is Gemini. Even this recording, last training, we made the recording. Now today I am opening this Google Meet, and automatically it is coming that whether you are going to take help of the Gemini to prepare minutes or the meeting details of this entire
Yes,
uh,
yes.
entire thing. So suddenly, within last month, we did some manually. Now Gemini is helping, and if you open your this Google Meet, I'm sure you are getting the same message. And somebody already texted in the. If you go to the message box, somebody in the very beginning, see, he has mentioned that I am going to record this text message with AI tool. So tools are being available. So just relax. As I told Costco also that we have number of tools. It's coming, and then you have to choose which tool you are going to apply, right? And sometimes, as Professor Gulshan mentioned, that it is not only the availability of tool, but the resources, the manpower who can handle those things, right? So whenever there is a IT technology or the technology, it is also we have to see that whether the technology is appropriate or not, whether we can manage or whether handle or not. As I mentioned earlier, our teaching in the initial stage, our teaching was like that. Now I am facing a challenge how to tackle my student to using AI tool. They are using like anything. Now we are backdated. We are giving any assignment immediately. They are coming with within fraction of second. They are coming with sir, it is ready. And I told that even in my department, 57 students are there. They had to go for a presentation. I am taking. No need to that. I am taking your photo. I am taking your photo, and 50
I am
because
taking our photo with my cat.
no, you can take the screenshot also. It is very easy. Rather than taking from mobile, it will be easier. So the thing is how best we can use the tool. So just hold on. because IT people, if you see that our profile of the resource person, mostly the IT people are there, and also the commercial. You can our resource person from USA, their company, they company the TSC TCS. They are basically preparing the tool. So if Rosie needs any specific AI tool, they can prepare and they will charge for that, right? So that kinds of arrangement is also with us. So don't worry that even we are working with them. And if as Rosie is working in that livelihood, and the women livelihood is a large scale, and if Rosie is interested, then GFSRT can also support her to prepare AI tool, and we can also get some project for that. Okay, Rosie.
Yes.
So
Yes,
this is
definitely.
definitely.
Thank you so much, both of you. It was very informative.
Thank you. You
Yes.
are welcome.
And
And in
any
my
other?
section, in education and women sessions, I gonna use some tools, show some, the demonstrations. How can we utilize? And it is up to your critical thinking skills and your vision. How can we use that? It is very important. Tools are tools because it depends on how we can use
Okay.
it. Uh-huh.
Okay. Any other question? Abu,
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, myself
yeah,
Subi
please.
Roy from India. So I am in the last 25 years working in the entrepreneurship development in different fields, basically MSME sectors and as well as agriculture sectors. And we are going to set up a model pilot project on agriculture, agri-horticulture. So this is a very nice session. I hope that I will be getting benefit. And first, we like to implement some AI tools for the testing or the understanding the impact of it. Then we can implement to other projects. So we are into the livelihood generation programs. And in Bolpur, Birbhum, we have a project. We are going to set up a project. So I need help of all of the faculty members and from your organization particularly.
Subida, in Bolpur, I have our GFSRD office in Bolpur.
Yeah,
So
I know. That's why.
it will be better. We can jointly work on that. And from the
Yes,
Bolpur
yes.
itself, the agriculture, Siddhartha will take session on that,
Very good.
how
Very good.
agriculture
Nice,
will
nice.
help.
Sure. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you. Thank you.
Any others? Abdul Karim?
Hello. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
please.
you, doctor. Thank you. I have no any questions, but my idea is that, yeah, I am very happy on the section of the presentation from the professor, and that's what very I am happy. How artificial intelligence are connected within rural development concept from the viewpoint of rural issue, how we can connect. That is very important point I am get today from the presentations. I am very happy on that. And also my idea is that even it is very important, yeah, as doctor already said before me. Yeah. That is in developing and developing a country. There is a different capacity to implement, to handle, to facilitate this issue. But also, I am very, as introduction, I am very happy and thank you for all. And also, we will continue for the next session before the question. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
And basically, Professor Gulshan will come for another two sessions. One is education, which is her prime focus, because distance education and how the education things, and particularly the teachers like us, we also use a lot of AI tools. Now there is also specific apps have come, how to give assignment to the student, how to assess the student, their performance, to rating and other, how to record the video. So all together, one apps has already came for which is helping us for that. But even the student point of view, so a lot of AI tool clap together, and the things are coming. And okay, this is the first session, introductory session. So she is giving overall views of that, what is happening. But if you want to the specifically, then maybe in the when she will come the Bangladesh experience. So Bangladesh experience, she will share that actual website of that or the link of that. So if you have the opportunity to visit or to want to know more from that Bangladesh point of view. Similarly, in India also a lot of agriculture and other what the mentioned she mentioned on that. So things are going on, and in the fast, very fast it is going on. And our other colleagues will come, like financial inclusion, which is one of the biggest tool for the poverty eradication and other. Recently, uh, World Economic Forum, World Economic Forum has published a report where they told that last coming decade is coming as a decade of AI, its application. And we little bit thought little specific on that AI for rural development. And most probably this is the first these kinds of course, even how we can think. There are many more, even people are talking that if you have this course and the AI and its application, you should have get more participants. But I told no. Our forum is focusing on sustainable rural development. And when we talk about the sustainable rural development, obviously health, education, agriculture, livelihood, women, these are the issues. So that's why we systematically made that. But there is a new thing, new questions, a lot of questions will come, and our colleagues will tell you, particularly hand-holding sessions are there. Even there will be session how AI are helping in the research, further research. So how to prepare your review literature, how to make the data analysis, those things are also coming. So please hold on, and slowly you'll get, and the specific tools and other things I can say. So this session is just beginning. An excellent presentation by Dr. Gulshan. And next you got also that what the thrust of our participant. So again, next another we are expecting another two beautiful presentation from you. And with this, let me once again on behalf of a participant and GFSRD, let me thank you and for this. And if you participant, if you have any question, you can put in the chat box, or later part we can take, or if you want to ask, yes, this is the right time. Otherwise, we can say it's today's as a holiday day. So anything, any agenda, anything, any question? Okay, nice session. Thank you. So we are getting all the comments there in the chat box also. And I have already shared your PPT to the participant. The recording is going on. The transcription version I will share within few minutes. The transcription version. So all our transcription, not only supporting from the Gemini, but other, so that each and every word they can get it right. With this, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And,
thank you all.
And okay. So if there is no question, let us complete this session.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm closing the session.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.